Hey, what's up, guys? It's Skippy, and for my first video ever, I thought I'd tell a pretty crazy story time. So, if you guys do like the video and want to leave a like or a comment, feel free to do so. If you guys don't want to, that's totally cool. But, with that being said, let's just jump straight into it. So, this story time took place at my freshman year of high school, and what the story's about is I got robbed at gunpoint. So, freshman year of high school, I was probably 14 at the time, and 14-year-old Skippy was just a complete idiot, making bad decisions, skipping school, smoking weed every day, just not going to school. But this particular day, I did go to school, and I had a pretty normal day at school. I got up, got ready for school, took a shower, brushed my teeth, ate some breakfast, and then I hopped on my bus. I arrived at school, went to my first period, and it was just a normal day. I couldn't complain about anything. Nothing really happened. It's just overall a pretty content day. But, I left school. School got over. Hopped on my bus. Came back home. And I watched some TV, ate some food, played some Xbox. And about 1:30 in the morning the next day, I got a text from this friend. Let's call him David. And he said, "Hey, man, you want to come smoke with me and my friends?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure. I'll sneak out. I'll see you in like 20 minutes." He was like, "Yeah, we'll see you then." So I snuck out. I got ready, grabbed the bag, grabbed some weed, and I snuck out. So they came and picked me up at my house just like down the street. And we went to this like dump probably a mile away from my house. And we rolled up, started smoking a little bit. And this is where it starts getting crazy. So we just started lighting up the blunt, starting smoking. And my friend David pulls a gun on me inside the car, points it at me. He's in the front passenger seat, and there's two other kids in the car. There's a kid that's driving, and he's probably 18 or 19, and then there was a kid sitting next to me in the back seat, and he was probably 15 or 16. And David pulls the gun on me, and he tells me to get out of the car and empty my pockets. So I do exactly that. I get out of the car. He gets out of the car with me, still pointing the gun at me, comes up to me. He tells me to turn around, and he tells me to empty my pockets out, give him everything that I have. So I gave him my wallet that had like $5 and a Chick-fil-A gift card in there. I had my phone, which was like an iPhone 8, and a little bag of weed. It was probably like a dub. But he took everything, and he told me to start walking forward. So I did, and he's still pointing the gun at me because I'm looking over my shoulder and I can still see he's pointing the gun at me. So I just started running, and this is where it takes a turn for the worse because he started shooting at me as I was running, and I ran into the woods, which they were like right there, like 5 feet in front of me. So I ran straight into those woods, and they got out of the car. They got back into the car, and they peeled off really quick. And I'm running through these woods for about 20 minutes, and they all left. So I was running through the woods, and I ended up in this neighborhood. And I was walking through this neighborhood for about 10 minutes, and I realized I've been to this neighborhood, and my friend lives here. And my friend's house is probably a 20-minute walk from where I was at that current time. So I started walking there just like in complete disbelief as to what just happened because I could not believe I just got robbed at gunpoint and shot at. But, I keep walking, and I eventually get to my friend's house. And I get there, and I just start banging on the door really hard, really loud, and his dad answers. And I'm just like, "Hey, man, I just got robbed." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." So he brings me inside. He gets me a glass of water, and he just sits me down. I tell him everything that happened. He's like, "Okay, like, yeah, I gotcha." He called the cops. He took me home. I had to wake my mom up because I snuck out. So I got in trouble for that. She called the cops as well. The cops showed up to my house, and I basically, I told them what happened, and I had to take them back to where it happened, and they found like 3 or 4 bullet casings And after I took them back there and they found all that, they were like, okay, you're good to go home. So my mom took me back home, and I had to explain everything that happened to my mom. And boy, was I in some trouble. She was so mad at me. But I didn't really care because I was still alive after getting shot at. So that all happened, and about a week later, we get a letter in the mail from, I don't remember who it's from, but basically saying that they caught who did it. They caught David and his two friends, and that they wouldn't, I wouldn't have to worry about them anymore. And they got, some time. And it turns out that the gun that they shot at me with was stolen, so they got some extra time for that. And, it was pretty crazy. Took everything. I got all my stuff back. I got my wallet. I got my Chick-fil-A gift card back. Thank God. I got my phone back, which they tore my phone up. That made me so mad. My phone was cracked. It was just in bad shape. So I got a new phone, but yeah, that was a pretty crazy night, if I do say. So with that being said, if you guys did, like that story time, I know it wasn't that much of a long one, but if you guys did like it and want to leave a like, go ahead. If you guys want to leave a comment, tell me I can do better. Feel more than free to do that. And peace out, guys. Love y'all.